Hello, hello, and welcome to Pique My Interest, the show dedicated to creativity. My name is Scoob Decker, and I am an artist, and your host. Pique My Interest is an exploration of art across North America in meeting some incredible artists, learning about their craft, and exploring what makes them create. Welcome to Pique My Interest. Hello, hello, and welcome to Pique My Interest. I am currently in San Francisco, sitting in Club Fugazi with this incredible artist. How are you doing today?
Good, thank you.
And please introduce yourself. What is your name and where are you from?
My name is Coline Espejo, and I'm from Switzerland. Yeah.
And please pique our interest. What is your craft?
I'm a circus artist.
Circus artist.
Yeah.
And what is your specialty within circus artistry?
So in this show, I'm doing hair hanging. So that means I'm hanging by my hair. So it's not super common. And also I have other discipline like handstand and hand-to-hand. And hand-to-hand is a discipline where we're like two people like doing like acrobatics together and like handstanding and different things.
Wow,
Like
you do all of these.
Yeah.
And is that common for circus performers to be able to do all sorts of different?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's really common, and also some artists can like sing and play music and dance, and it's like super common and useful to have different skills and like to be a like complete artist to fit for a show.
Well, let's get into a little bit. What is your upbringing that made you want to become a circus performer?
Oh, so I started circus really young, and then I just kept going and doing, and then I was like starting to take a more like way into like university and school and different things, and then I was in university and we had COVID, so I had less lesson and more time to train, so I started to train more, and then like someone proposed me a contract, circus contract, so I was like, okay, it's an experience, so why not? And I went, I did this contract, and then I got another contract, and that was like, it happened like this, and then I just kept going, and I loved it, and that's it.
I think I was reading that you have a communications and marketing major.
Yeah, I did.
Where's the
university.
transition from communications to the stage?
I was doing circus for a long time.
Okay.
But I like had an experience in marketing, and I really loved it. And also I was like, I'm not sure I'm like now in the time of my life that I want to be seated like in the office and like just work, because I love circus so much and it means a lot to me like to express like feelings. So I just had the opportunity to switch, so I took it.
And so what about the circus draws you into it? I know some people will look at it as kind of a little sideshow, or maybe kind of like they pitch a tent, they perform for a little bit, they've got women with beards, they've got tigers, and then they close and then they leave.
Yeah.
But then you come to Dear San Francisco and you get to see circus performers tell a story, and not just like a wild, silly story, but a truly impactful and meaningful story. What about the circus draws you towards it?
Yeah, I think it's to share feelings with the audience that means a lot for me. Like feelings, and like to see the reaction of the audience, like even more in my act, because I saw a lot of reaction, and also just like telling story without speaking. I think that's a superpower, and I really love that in this art.
So, Dear San Francisco tells a very important story through not a lot of speaking. What is the story, and what do you provide for the story?
So the show is Dear San Francisco, so it's about the city, and it's fun because we arrived here and we didn't know anything about the city, but we had to perform the show, so we learned a lot about the city and like the history and everything that is around San Francisco. This show is amazing because we have like like emotional moments and also like funny moments and like talking moments, and it's just a full show with different things that create everything around.
Yeah, that's what I absolutely love about Dear San Francisco is it's so immersive. It's so in your face.
Yeah, and you're so close. Like the audience is super close to us. So
You even have some audience members on stage with you.
Yeah, that's right.
Holy moly.
So for us also, it's hard to like see everyone and to play with everybody around. It's keep us really into it, and it helps us to like have fun to play it every.
Yeah, and you get
night.
to play with different audience members
Yeah,
every night.
that's fun.
And so you had to come to the United States, come to this wacky city called San Francisco, and start to perform as if you'd lived here your whole life.
Yeah.
So you had to get a crash course on what it was like to be here, and then start to do tricks, jumps, somersaults, flying through the air to tell a story.
Yeah.
How does the circus act tell a story?
A face can tell a story, I would say, but the music helps. The staging, the lights, it's a lot of things that can create an emotion or a feeling that we want to share with the audience.
Yeah.
And also in this show, like in one act could be really different than the act just after, and like a different feeling and emotion. So I think we can like share feeling in just a word or a face. Just simple things.
Yeah, I'd say it's the following with the act, and whether that's just something's happening and everything's starting to build up, you as an audience member are a part of that. And then when there's this big climax, somebody gets thrown into the air and they touch their toes with their head or something, as an audience member, you feel like you're a part of that, and that story just gets drawn out. So I just want to say, thank you for pursuing your dreams, and one of your acts is something that shocks people. Can you tell me a little bit about hair hanging?
Yeah, so it's a really old discipline that is coming back a lot now from traditional circus. And so I'm hanging by my hair, and I need to do a knot for like 30 to 40 minutes before the show, where I wet my hair and I do a knot with 2 rope and a ring, and then I tied my knot. And because my act is at the end of the show, so at 10 minutes before my act, or 7 minutes exactly, I go backstage and I warm up my scalp. So that means I'm hanging backstage by my hair, and I start to like put more weight every minute, a bit more weight, and I just like move and try to like turn my head. And now I know the pain and I don't have any surprise. It's just like every second, every minute when I warm up, it's getting better. And then when I go on stage, I don't feel anymore the pain. So it's fun.
So you've grown accustomed to it.
Yeah, and then when I come and the first time I hang and I like clip my hair, I can see the face in front of me, like different feeling, like super different feeling. Some people are just super impressed, or they don't want to see that, and they're like this, or sometimes they're in 2 seconds they're applause, or it's really different reaction for everybody. And I really love that. And then I think at the end of the act, people mostly like it.
Well, like you said, just being able to be a part of the audience, and then as soon as you clip in, to see their faces and that shock, and like, what on earth is she about to do? But then on top of that, what you said earlier is that you also have to slap on a smile, because you have to look like you're enjoying it. How do you do that through, like you said, the pain versus focusing on the next thing, versus making sure that my legs are making this formation and my arms are staying over here? How are you pushing through all that?
I think it's a lot of meditation. And also during the warm-up, it's just like staying super calm and like breathe. And then when I go on stage, it's like every day, if you're like sad and you have to be on stage, you have to be happy. So it's just the same thing. Sometimes the pain is worse one day than the others, and if I need to go on stage, and this day is more painful, I just focus on in my head, like I'm on stage now. I need to think about the emotion that is in my act and what I need to share with the audience. So I think in my head I'm just super focused when I start my act, and this act is super emotional too. So at the beginning of the show I can be more like emotional and a bit sad, so I don't have to smile, but at the end of the act I need to smile. But
You have a very unique skill with your hair hanging. Say you're not feeling it that day. What happens to Dear San Francisco if you can't perform your hair hanging? Does the show adapt, or do you just have to go on and do your thing no matter what?
That's a good question. Never happened to me here, but we don't have to do it if we don't feel like if we have pain or we are injured. We don't have to do it for sure, but it impacts the whole show, because the show is telling a story, and if you cut a part of the story, the show is not the same. So if I come like 2 hours before the show and I said I can do my act, we're gonna reblock and like rehearsals all together and try to manage something to do my act in a different way. If I can't hair hanging, I'm gonna do another things and just adapt for the show.
And you don't have anybody to just come in and replace you if something bad happens?
No.
It's a very small cast. How many how many performers are with you?
We are 9.
9. That's it.
Yeah, it's super small. And we can also back up things for the other artists between the 9 of us. So sometimes we can back up, but hair hanging, I'm the only one that do that. Zoe is the only one. Now Zoe and Ben they do both of them straps, so they can switch if something happens.
They need to.
But also Joelle is the only one to do hula hoop, so if she can do it,
you can't juggle all those.
Yeah, but we can switch. We have different acts and different skills that we can replace and manage something if it's urgent.
I can understand why being a circus performer is exhausting, and I'm sure you're working out a ton to be able to do this. You're constantly in training for all these things. Who knows what's going to happen? Do you consider yourself successful? You've made it to Club Fugazi. You're a Dear San Francisco performer. You're performing as a circus performer.
Yeah.
Do you consider yourself successful? And what is success in performing for you?
I'm feeling like super glad to be here, and I'm super happy to discover this city and this show and to work with the 7 Fingers. And this show for me is the best I did like in my career so far. I think the success in circus is more, in my opinion, is more doing a lot of different things, a different experience, different kind of show, and different contract, project, a gig, or just for me it's to be rich in different experience. So I want to, like, I tried traditional circus, contemporary circus, and maybe I'm gonna do a musical. We never know. Or just like working. I worked for a brand, and I think that's for me the success in circus is just try everything and
figure out
discover.
what lands.
Yeah.
So while you're trying things out, what would be your advice for somebody to get into circus?
Training, of course, training a lot. And also, I would say connection, like to meet people, to go see shows, and to watch different kind of art and be inspired and share, just, discovering and sharing and meeting people.
That term, discovering, you like to discover.
Yeah.
Speaking of discovering, what's your favorite part about San Francisco?
My favorite part? Not the fog, for sure. The ocean, for sure. When it's sunny and warm outside, I like to go in the water. And the park. Like, there's a lot of park, a lot of food, different food. And also not just in San Francisco, but around, we have a lot of different things like Lake Tahoe that is mountain, and we can go to Santa Cruz that is more like the bay with water.
Do you miss the mountains?
Yeah, but it's not winter right now, so
okay.
I don't miss skiing. But no, I miss more summer right now, like real summer, really warm, because in Switzerland it's pretty warm now, like super warm.
Gorgeous out there. Oh.
Yeah.
Well, do you have any hobbies while coming around through San Francisco? Do they complement or contradict your craft?
Yeah, a lot of hobbies, like different. I like reading. I like playing bocce ball.
Ooh.
Yeah, a lot. That's a good activity for a weekend because it's not too intense. And in winter, I like to ski, of course. And we went surfing a bit here. So I really like this, and I'm happy we can do that here.
Excellent.
So, yeah.
Well, that's awesome. And then just to clear the air a little bit, do you have any misconceptions about your craft?
Sometimes people think that we're not working a lot because we're working only in the evening, and like the weekend we have to show, so we're working more. But sometimes from the outside it seems like we're not working a lot, but we have like 2 hours of warm-up before and makeup, and it's also for the body it's intense, so we have to have more time to recovery, I would say. So that's maybe the things I think like people think about circus artists, and it's not true because we're working a lot and we're training beside the show. So
right, you just constantly training and in the show, and then outside the show, just working on your own skills and whatnot. That's incredible. Any funny or interesting stories off the top of your head that have happened with circus?
Yeah, for haranguing I had a lot of funny experience because I need to warm up before going on stage. So sometimes I had to warm up outside, like hanging on a tree or in toilets, or just like people lifting me like this because we don't have like another place to hang. So like now that I'm doing haranguing, I have a lot of fun story of warm up in weird place, I would say.
That's incredible. Well, what's next for you?
Oh, so I'm gonna be here until the end of the year, and then I'll see what's.
Who knows?
Oh, yeah, who knows?
Yeah.
I'm excited to see what's gonna happen.
And where can we see your work?
On Instagram, of course.
So how can we follow you? What's your handle?
It's Coline Espejo.
Fantastic. I can't thank you enough for joining me and piquing my interest. Is there anything else you'd like to say before we wrap up?
Thank you to you for coming and discover this show and us.
Thanks for having me and showing me a little bit of your world. I do like to end with one last question. If you could excel at any other craft other than your own, what would you like to do?
Music.
Music?
Yeah.
Any certain instrument that you like?
Not one, but I would love to play music.
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe violin?
Ooh,
yeah.
That's challenging.
Yeah, really.
Well,
that's why it's interesting.
Maybe we could start to see some violin in the circus from you.
I hope.
Well, your hands will be free while you're hanging from your hair.
Yeah, that's true. I can hair by my hair and also play violin.
Well, thank you. And thank you to all my peakers out there. Please let me know if you know of any special or unique artists or art forms you think I should explore. I'm currently in San Francisco and can't wait to see where Pique My Interest takes me next. Remember, creativity comes from the heart. Push yourselves. Be kind to each other. I'm Scoob Decker, and thank you for helping me pique my interest. This episode was produced by Lizzie Webb. Be sure to follow on social media to stay updated on all the adventures into art and creativity, as well as all of the past Pique My Interest featured artists. If you like, please leave a review. Send us a message. Tell us what you think. Pique My Interest is for you, the peakers. Cheers to creativity, and I hope your interest is piqued.